Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. President Donald Trump expresses confidence that a deal with Iran could be near, saying negotiations were going extremely well, while noting both direct and indirect talks are underway. He claimed recent US strikes effectively achieved regime change in Tehran, though military operations continue. Trump highlighted Iran's agreement to allow up to 20 oil tankers through the Strait of Hormuz as a sign of respect, underscoring the dual-track approach of diplomacy and military pressure. Pakistan is playing a key mediating role. Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar said Islamabad is preparing to host meaningful talks between Washington and Tehran, with a quadrilateral meeting, including Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Egypt, emphasizing de-escalation and regional stability. Iran, however, warned the US against humiliation and threatened strong retaliation if ground troops were deployed, signaling continued tension despite diplomatic efforts. Meanwhile, Saudi Foreign Minister Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud has met Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif in Islamabad as Pakistan leads regional efforts to ease tensions. Both sides reaffirmed close coordination and support, with Pakistan expressing solidarity with Saudi Arabia during the ongoing crisis. Shehbaz Sharif also had meetings with the foreign ministers of Turkey and Egypt in Islamabad, as Pakistan intensifies efforts to ease tensions in the Iran conflict. Foreign Ministers Hakan Fidan and Badr Abdulati joined senior Pakistani officials, including Ishaq Dar, for high-level consultations. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has ordered an expansion of military operations in southern Lebanon, citing ongoing rocket attacks from Hezbollah and rising security threats along the border. Netanyahu said the move aims to push threats further from Israel and strengthen northern security, following previous plans to extend the buffer zone to the Litani River. The escalation comes after continued Hezbollah rocket fire, triggered by recent US and Israeli strikes on Iran. Casualties continue to mount. Over 1,100 people have been killed in Lebanon, including civilians, while 4 Israeli soldiers have died. US President Donald Trump said he had no problem with oil shipments to Cuba, reversing his previous stance as a sanctioned Russian tanker neared a Cuban port with a crucial crude delivery. The move comes amid a 3-month blockade that has worsened Cuba's energy crisis, causing blackouts and rationing. Trump emphasized sympathy for the Cuban people, calling the government corrupt and saying the shipment would not alter the regime's fate. The Russian tanker Anatoly Kolodkin, carrying about 650,000 to 730,000 barrels of crude, is expected to ease shortages for up to a month. Global oil prices surged sharply, with Brent crude climbing above $116 a barrel, its highest level since March, after Iran warned it was prepared for a possible US ground invasion amid the ongoing Middle East conflict. The spike reflects deepening market anxiety as the US-Israel war with Iran enters its 5th week, with regional attacks widening and essential infrastructure threatened. Analysts say the nearly closed Strait of Hormuz, a crucial route for about 1/5 of global oil and liquefied natural gas supplies, has tightened supply risks and contributed to one of the steepest energy price jumps in decades. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps claims to have struck an industrial complex in southern Israel, triggering a fire and hazardous materials alarm at the Ramat Hovav industrial zone. Emergency crews moved quickly to contain the blaze and secure the area, as residents were told to stay indoors amid fears of toxic exposure. Officials say no major chemical leak has been confirmed, but the incident highlights the risks to critical infrastructure as the conflict escalates. Iran has warned it is ready to respond to any potential US ground attack, accusing Washington of preparing a land assault while simultaneously signaling negotiations. The warning comes as regional powers gather in Islamabad, where foreign ministers from Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Egypt are meeting to explore ways to end the ongoing conflict. Iran's parliament speaker said Tehran would not accept what he described as pressure for surrender, vowing a firm response if US troops are deployed. Iran's Revolutionary Guard spokesperson Ibrahim Zulfikari also dismissed threats of a US ground operation, calling them unrealistic and nothing more than a wish, and warning of severe consequences for any invasion. Speaking on state television, he said any attempt to occupy Iranian territory would lead to what he described as a decisive and damaging response. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.